Hello, this video is a demonstration of the iVMS-4200 computer software that was provided to you by Virginia Smart Homes for your camera system. Okay, so this software is the native software provided by the manufacturer for use with the cameras and the DVRs. So instead of having to go to the DVR and hook it up to a TV, you can virtually link to it and have a similar interface on the computer. Much easier to use, and you can use this wherever you are. Okay, so the first view that we'd be presented with is this main view, which will have 1, 4, 9, 16, or a custom view, however many cameras you have. Let's say you have 30 cameras. You obviously want them arranged a certain way. What you would do here is just arrange them how you want and save it as a custom view. It would show up here on the left in the Views menu. And over here, we'll go over this really quick. Obviously, you have one screen, which would let you put one camera on the screen, 4, 9, 16, and then the custom, like I just said, you'd arrange them like you want, save it, and you can just go straight to that instead of starting fresh with the 16 and arranging everything. Okay, so the 4 cameras we have up right now are 3 demo cameras from Hikvision itself at their corporate headquarters, and then one which is a demo camera in my front yard. So we will go over how to place cameras on this view, how to manipulate them, how to control certain cameras, and also how to operate pan, tilt, zoom cameras from this view as well. Okay, so we have 3 cameras here. These 3 are fixed. This one is a pan, tilt, zoom camera. It's pretty obvious because it's pointing at the ground right now. I guess someone was playing with it and it ended up pointing down. We will mess with this in just a moment. We will start with these, however, how to do what you want with these, and then we'll play the PTZ. Okay, so from this main view, first if you want to shut down all the views and just turn everything off, what you would do is just hit the stop button down here. This would shut down all the live views that you have up and just give you blank screens. You can rearrange them at that point or do what you will. If you want to stop an individual camera from playing, you would want to right click on that specific camera, which you would get a menu like this, and here you can stop live view like I said. That one goes away. Okay, now that right click menu is very useful because we'll demonstrate here. We right click, we have stop live view, obviously, capture, print captured picture, send email, start recording, open pan, tilt, zoom control, open digital zoom, switch to instant playback, which is a it's like a rewind instead of a watching all the footage. You can see you can start it 3 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, and just watch what happens. Say you're watching an event, something happened and you happen to see it, you can do the instant playback and get a second look. You can start two-way audio on cameras that support it, enable audio, recording that is. Look at the camera status, do a couple settings, synchronization with the clocks and full screen. I'll blow that one view up to your entire screen. So, if we want to take a picture and not save it on the DVR but save it to the computer, that's where we would do the recording and the capture, the print captured pictured, and send the emails from it. So if we would just want to take a picture of what's happening, right click, hit capture, that saved it. It's off the screen, but it saved it to my hard drive. We can print the captured picture, very easy. It'll just take a snapshot and let you print it wherever you want. Send an email, same concept. So the pan, tilt, zoom control on a fixed camera will do nothing. The digital zoom I will demonstrate. You do the right click, open digital zoom, click on the spot that you're looking for, or click open a little box. It will zoom in as best as it can. You can do it a couple times. Digital zoom is not the best, however. That's what pan, tilt, zoom cameras are for. They have optical zoom, which instead of digitally enhancing the picture, it'll actually move the lens to look that way. So, to get out of any of these views once you get in it, you right click again and hit close digital zoom. You have your full picture again. Okay. Now, to arrange these cameras however you want is very easy. All you have to do is click and drag. So if you want to move this camera to this spot, you click, drag, and we're there. Same goes as moving a camera from the list over here that you have to whatever spot you'd like. Um, let's see, I can pick... We can do the Wi-Fi one. Move it up here. This is actually looking at a wall right now. There's nothing wrong with it, but that's how easy it is to move it, and you can move them on top of each other. If you move one on top of this one will disappear. So you'll have to re-add it from the list. So anyways, if you have groups of cameras, say if you have front yard cameras, backyard cameras, or store A, store B cameras, you can group them into folders over here so you can easily get to them. Also, this is pretty cool. I'm not going to do it because some of these cameras aren't working right now, the demo ones. But if you click an entire folder and drag it over, it'll fill up all these slots, and it'll make slots. Fill up all these slots with all these cameras that it can see. So, alright. We know how to change the view. We know how to add cameras. We know how to play with them. So what we'll do here is close individual camera. To do that, you want to be hovering over the camera you want to get rid of. Because this is pointing at a wall, I don't want to use it. So up here on the right hand corner, there's an X. We hit X, we're closed. Over here, we hit X for closed. X for closed. Alright, now to blow up, instead of going over here to the one screen, we can blow this up to be the full screen of this program by double clicking. And it's full screen. Alright, now since this is a pan tilt zoom camera, this is where the fun comes in. From this view right here, you can right click and open PTZ control, but you don't have to do that. Instead, you can go over here to the left and just click up on this arrow, which will open up the pan tilt zoom controls. And this lets you add presets, put in patterns, put in a patrol, and control all the features of the camera right from here. So being in pan tilt zoom camera, it means I can move it. So you need to be selected on the camera, which means it has the red outline. In the 4 screen or 8 screen or what have you, any camera that you want to directly control, you have to be clicked on it and it'll have the red outline. So obviously we're on the single camera here. I will play with it here. Since no one else is controlling it right now, we should have free reign, and I can make it look wherever I want. Now since this is going to New York, I believe it is taking a second, but it gets my commands and it does what I say. This is pretty much the experience you'd have if you're controlling it from a mobile device, anywhere not right where the camera is, just because of the time it takes. So I'm pointing this all around. I can make it zoom out. It's actually already zoomed out. I can certainly make it zoom in. There we go. Ooh. Maybe too much. Okay, now from these pan tilt zoom controls, you also have manual focus and manual iris. Generally, you wouldn't use the iris too much, just unless you're very savvy. But the manual focus, sometimes you might need to use to, because the cameras would do autofocus. Sometimes they just need some help though, especially at night. It's hard for them to see things, so they might want to, you might want to help them out a little bit. Especially if you're trying to look at the tree here. If I play with the manual focus, the tree will be a little sharper. So, looks like someone else playing with the camera as well right now. Alright, also from here, obviously you can go left and right all the directions, do the zoom. You can also change the speed of the dome by this slider here. If you slide all the way up, this will go super fast once it goes. Yeah. So any command is the speed of the movement and the zoom is controlled by this slider here. So the cameras that have the feature, you also have these buttons here. You can hit auxiliary focus, which generally is not going to be used, but you have the 3D positioning, which might be used. You have the light. This camera doesn't have the light though. The wiper, when it is, the cameras that have the feature, they have a actual windshield wiper to keep the rain off. You have lens initiation, which will reboot the camera pretty much. And then manual track. That'll let you manually track a car and it'll just follow where you're going. So, and then you have the presets, the patterns, the patrols. Those will be explained to you in person to best make use of whatever camera. So, okay, that's pretty much how the main view works. So the second main view, I would say, would be the playback. Obviously, we have cameras here. The cameras are recording. To get footage, we will need to play it back. So, what we would do here is we would go to View, the toolbar at the top. We would go to Control Panel or Remote Playback. We will go to Control Panel in this instance. So Control Panel, we have a couple options to pick from. Main View, Remote Playback, EMAP, Device Management, Event Management, Record Schedule, Account Management, Log Search, System Configuration. The ones that would normally be used the most: Main View, Remote Playback, Device Management, Record Schedule. Account Management, Event, Log, System, EMAP and all that should be set up before the actual installation is complete, so no need to worry about that. Also, Device Management should be set up as well. If you ever add a camera or want to look at another camera, you can do it from Device Management. So, the record schedule will actually talk to the DVR itself, and you can edit the schedule of recordings, if it's recording on motion, an alarm, recording all day, what camera's doing what, when, all that type of stuff. So, what we want to do here though is look at remote playback, which lets you see the footage hereafter. So, all you have to do is, when you're in Control Panel, or like I said, on the View drop down, go to Remote Playback. It'll open another tab up here, which we still have the main view open. I just stopped the camera view, but it'll just open up another tab. So, what we have to do here to see the footage we want is use this menu to the left. We have to put in a few criteria that it's asking for. So, let's say we wanted to look at what happened on Halloween. We click on the 31st. We would click on this up arrow to pick the actual cameras that we want to look at. I'm going to expand this demo that is at Hikvision. I want to click the first. I'll do this one, and you can pick as many cameras as you want though. Generally 4 or less is the best to search. Take a lot less time, and you can always do this a couple times to see more cameras. Anyways, so you checkbox the camera that you want to look at. You pick the day or the days, but what we'll do is the 31st. Oh, looks like it doesn't have footage for the 31st. It has. We'll do the 3rd. Okay. You can do more search options, which will let you do specific times. If you kind of know if something happened, you can look at the time. But we'll keep it on all day. And you can also refine it by event. Say you want to look at camera 4 when camera 3 saw motion. You can do that just by playing with this box. But all we need to do to actually see footage is go to the date we want, the camera, pick the date here, and then search. Okay. Right now this is finding all the footage on the DVR that it recorded for that time. What we need to do is go to the time we want to look at, or right beforehand rather. It'll start playing immediately. So we can go over to here so we have some more footage to work with. So it looks like at 10:54:44 these two folks were doing a training or something. And then from here we can also do faster playback and slower playback.